For the past 20 years, the Botswana Accountancy College has diligently delivered knowledge and skills in business education. The college remains at the forefront of economic sustainable development through training of human resources who are key drivers of local and the world economy. BAC defines itself as a business school that focuses on practice as opposed to theory and bridges the gap between the academic and what the market yearns for. To close the gap, a student goes through internship and practical experience, and industry leaders are often invited to give insight into the market requirements.
As a business school, currently, when we started, we actually started as an accountancy college. We're just offering accountancy. And that was the time when Botswana had a shortage in the accountants. We used to have a lot of expatriates who were accountants, and the government then said, no, we also need to produce our own accountants. But as time and as luck would have it, we then decided to diversify, to say that it's not only accounting, it's about a business, or it's about the value chain of what you want to produce. We then diversified the school, or we just diversified the programs that we're giving with other business-related programs. We have 4 schools currently. We've got the School of Business and Leisure, which offers finance, business, and also leisure, believe it or not, leisure in tourism and hospitality. We also then have another school, which is the School of Computing. The School of Computing, what it does is it offers programs in ICT. It offers programs like applied business computing. We have one called mobile technology. So any other program that is related in the computing or in the IT space, we actually offer it in the School of Computing. The other school that we have is the one that I talked about, to say it offers accounting, but it's broadened now even in the professional accounting space. It offers all the professional programs, being ACCA, CIMA, AAT, but we've also branched, like I said earlier, we now also offer CIPS, which is Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. So we also offer insurance in that particular space. Originally, we used to offer short-term programs called COP, Certificate of Proficiency. But now what we've decided to do is we offer a whole suite of these individualized professional levels, which actually is consolidated to a degree of insurance. And we launched it this year. So we grow every year to come up with new programs that can benefit Botswana and the economy at large. Lastly, we have the postgraduate school. The postgraduate school is where we upskill the market for those that have got maybe degrees, those that have got diplomas, and they want to enhance and do postgraduate, either short courses or maybe at a master's level. Currently, what we do have is we have an MBA, and we have an MBA in collaboration with the University of Sheffield Hallam. We also have another one called Procurement and Logistics, which is an MSc in partnership with still Sheffield Hallam. We also have an MSc in Strategy in partnership with Derby, and we have Project Management in partnership with Sunderland. So then we also then have short courses, and one of the famous courses that we pride ourselves in is ERM, which is Enterprise Risk Management. That's a course that lasts about 6 months. We actually want to enhance it to have a degree that would actually cover the enterprise risk management, and even go further, maybe to provide masters for the community.
The college's curriculum is aligned with industry expectations and needs, thus exposing students to comprehensive knowledge, professional and practical skills required by employers. Impactful research is fundamental in curriculum development at BAC, and the college has partnered with different industry players in order to identify gaps in the market to influence growth, change of policy, as well as to create lasting business solutions.
If you look at our mandate, what we do is we have to advance knowledge, advance the skills of the students to ensure that they meet the needs of the current economy and the future economy. Now, if you look at the National Development Plan and you look at the vision, basically it's planning for the country for the future, for the next 20 years, for the next 30 years. So what we do is we train our students, we coach our students, we mentor our students and give them knowledge that would help them to advance and help the community and the country to be able to do whatever it is that they've planned for in the NDP 11 and in the Vision 2036. What is very critical also is that we've actually realized that one of the biggest things that will transform our economy is actually character of the person rather than anything else. And within our thread of training, within our fabric of training, we've actually are saying we want to infuse character building so that by the time we have certain things that are different, we can be able to use whatever competence, whatever skill that we have. And also, the other critical thing that we've also realized is that as we teach, we can't run away from ICT. We can't run away from artificial intelligence. What we are doing now, we're actually making sure that we prepare our students so that they can be able to deal with whatever it is that is coming into the future.
Congratulations BGCSE and IGCSE class of 2018. Apply for BAC undergraduate programs at any secondary school near you. The 4th of March, Mata and Karischele Senior. 5th of March, Khanti and Molife Senior. 6th of March, Khanti and Sepapito Senior. 7th of March, Moshopa Senior. The 8th of March, Shakawe and Kagiso Senior. To apply, bring a copy of ID and results slip. Botswana Accountancy College, shaping business leaders. #career goals.
For the first time in BAC history, a student from the college was one of the top 7 scholars to perform exceptionally in case studies, and in recent years, the college realized a steady increase in the numbers of A's.
You know, the learner of today is very diverse. You know, they're living in a volatile market, and there's exposure. They were exposed to a lot of digital platforms where they're basically global citizens. So my advice to the learner of today is that they must continuously diversify their skills. What do I mean by that? I mean that they need to continuously learn about their environment, about their career aspirations, even those that just completed their Form 5 or senior secondary school education. Because then what happens is that if they continue learning, then they have a more broader information and they increase their scope of prospect in terms of career aspirations. So regardless of the program they choose to study or pursue, once they are admitted into the institution, is that they will always have options. Why? Because they are continuously learning. Because you may find that students may enroll for a program and along the way they find other passions. So what is important is for them to strike a balance between the qualification they are pursuing and other passions that they have discovered over time. On an annual basis, our strategic partner universities, they come here to actually accredit us, you know, in terms of the quality of learning, the learning tools as well, how is the learning environment, and what happens is that what we are looking to do is to provide the same student experience in Botswana as we do in UK. So we do that through collaboration with them, and then our lecturers also get to have exposure in how they teach. They do teaching and learning in UK. Similarly, our professional bodies like CIMA, ACC, AAT, they visit us here annually. They have a look at because we are a Pearson VUE accredited testing center. So they come here, they come and look at our labs, they look at our equipment, they sit in lectures, they interview students just to assess the level at which we are adherent to the international standards as per our partnerships. So with this, we are able to continuously enhance our learning environments to ensure that our students have a complete and end-to-end student learning environment. So as a result, what we do is that we combine academia and industry experience. We call in people from industry experts to do guest lecturing so that the students get to understand that the concept that they learn in class, there are actually some that are applied in industry and how they are applied in industry. This is what also influences their career aspirations, because then they get to understand how what they're learning in class is applied in industry. So that is what sets us apart. Quality is the one thing that sets us apart.
When we started as a small setup in Bartley's Plaza, right in the city center, starting with 46 students who were primarily accounting AAT students, which was quite lucrative at the time because we were renowned for that space of accounting. So it was an easy product to start with in the market. And then over time, we realized that actually the North really does present a lot of opportunities that we really needed to tap into. The core of BAC centers around the student. And in all these operations that we do in terms of service, what is always at the back of our minds is to ensure that the student experience is well balanced across, whether it's in Gaborone, whether it's in Francistown. That's what we've been thriving to do. And as we build on our capacity building, at the center of it has been the student, to ensure that there is equal student experience. So it has been the core to make sure that Francistown at any point in time is at par with Gaborone.
My last word is just to say to the students, the ball is in your court, just play it. We will provide a conducive environment for you. We will guide you. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. But the choice that you make as a student, that you make today, actually determines your future. So it's actually very, very important that you make right choices at the right time. But I also wanted to comment on corporate social responsibility, that as much as we are a business school, we use that business knowledge and the skills to be able to transform lives in the communities in which we operate. Just a typical example, we have adopted in Magato. That's a secondary school in the north in Suapen. We've adopted another one called Sibeli in Molepolule. And basically the adoption was meant to try and help in enhancing the quality for those particular schools. And I must say that it's actually improving year on year, and we are great that we've partnered and there is an improvement in that space. But the one critical one is where the students themselves, they go and give, they go and plant trees, they go and help somebody who is underprivileged. That for us builds a competency to help humanity, and therefore we think that will make a difference if they can be able to give a helping hand to the other person.
In 2018, the institution launched the BAC Alumni Association to cultivate a spirit of loyalty and to promote the general welfare of the college through the participants. The association will ensure continued networking, collaborations in and outside the academic sphere.